Hello people, I am Jaby KOAY, joined by ACHARA KIRK.
Hi there.
And we have a Jordindian video. This is on the older side, all the way back in 2017, ages ago. This is called Desi Girl Gives Arab Guy the Bollywood Experience. This is with Nasser playing his very, very famous character. The guy in the...
Dish dash.
Is that what it's called? I don't know what that's called.
I think it's called a dish dash, isn't it?
A dish dash, that's a fun name.
Actually, that might just be the whole white outfit. I don't know what the head part is called.
Please educate us in the comments, those of you who know. Anyway, if you guys haven't seen it yet, we have an interview with Jordindian that you all should check out. It's really, really fun. It's lengthy, it's like 45 minutes if I'm not mistaken, but it is really, really good fun. I worked really hard on that edit, and Nasser said he enjoyed it himself. So if you guys love Jordindian as much as we do, then be sure to check out that interview and you'll get some insight into the Jordindian people, Nasser and B. They're awesome. Thank you, Jordindian, for allowing us to react to this. Very, very much appreciate it. And here we go. Desi Girl Gives Arab Guy the Bollywood Experience.
And then I said, Wallah, you need to curry. I know. I never told you this. Yeah, I just met you. And this is crazy. But since you already have my number, kiss me maybe.
Are you sure you want this?
Of course, and he's just a kid, yes?
Wallah, Habibi. Oh.
Wow.
He's like so over it.
Hey.
Oh.
Many months later.
What is this? No khubus?
That is a bad feeling. I hate that feeling.
What, of just
The bread.
burnt bread?
Yeah. Never kiss a girl on the first date.
It's like, oh, how the tides turn.
Yeah, I just met you. And this is don't I think I lost it.
That was very cute.
I wonder if they even got to monetize that because there's the copyright music all up in there. Yep, no, they didn't get to monetize that. I really doubt that they got the licensing for this song. But it doesn't matter. I mean, it was a sacrifice for a good laugh. A sacrifice I was not willing to make, so that's why I lowered the audio or the video got chopped up a little bit. What's great about that is it really illustrates to you. I mean, there was some joke I saw a long time ago that was kind of similar where they said Shah Rukh Khan, you know, what he gets away with versus real life. I forgot where I watched this. I wish I could like find it.
Is it the whole thing about the wrist grab?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Where Shah Rukh Khan walks by the lady and he grabs her hand and she's like in love with him.
Yeah.
Versus the dude, he grabs her hand and she slaps the crap out of him. Because it's a movie. It's like, it's heightened reality. It's superficial.
Plus, it's Shah Rukh Khan.
It doesn't matter. You know, I remember being in high school asking a girl how she'd react if a guy just walked up and kissed her. And she said, well, it depends. Is he good looking? But I think even then, a girl might be like not comfortable with it.
Be like, whoa, dude,
it's
back
like
off.
I don't know you, I don't know your history, especially in this day and age with, you know, the lockdown and whatnot, the virus, the pandemic situation. Yeah, you don't want to be kissed by some random rando. You see the appeal of romance and whatnot in the Bollywood films. There's no like real life counterpart to that. There's no real life application to that, rather. It's so heightened and fluffy that when you actually have some kind of romance in real life, it doesn't match that at all, at least visually. Maybe emotionally, if you find the one, if you find the right person.
Yeah, you hope that your relationship is the good parts of a Bollywood film every day.
I mean, that being said though, your sister's wedding was pretty epic. It was pretty Bollywood level at your sister's house. Your other sister's house? This is so complicated. Can I say their names? Okay, yeah, so Belinda's wedding at Mella's house. It was at Mella's house, right?
Yeah.
That was pretty epic. I mean, Jordan was like dancing around and whatever, and he was doing like the games in order to win. It was some kind of weird Thai tradition.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's similar traditions in India. Like, we hid the groom's shoes, and then he had to then barter with us to get the shoes back. In order to get to the bride, he had to go through a whole procession of the bride's friends and family, and we had this like little chain, and then he would have to do something like, I was like, do 10 push-ups or do a stupid dance, and so that was kind of the idea. I'm pretty sure that there are similar things in Indian traditions.
Well, the Indian weddings go on for days, right?
Yeah, not Thai weddings generally though.
So, well, they just go on all day long.
Just my sister's wedding, because she's extra like that.
So,
yeah.
I literally fell asleep at the wedding.
Oh yeah, that did, my older sister was not pleased that he fell asleep during prayer.
But anyway, then it's followed with your lady not being able to toast your bread correctly.
Oh, but like that was so funny to me because it's kind of the flip side of that relationship, because the fantasy is, oh yeah, it's gonna be so beautiful, it's so lovely, and then the reality is she burns your bread and she gives it to you begrudgingly, and when you ask for whatever it was, caboose or...
I thought he said hummus.
I thought he said hummus.
And then it said caboose. I
don't know what that is.
What's going on.
But when he asked for that extra thing, she just looks at him with such disdain, like,
yeah.
I hate you. And like, it's like how quickly it turns from fluff to you're in a relationship and it's like, you'll eat the burnt bread and you'll like it.
Yeah, that is pretty awful though. I would feel bad if I made bread for someone and it came out looking like that. She just did not give two shits about it at all.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's how you know things are going right in that marriage.
One of my favorite parts was right in the beginning when they were in the restaurant and then the background song was Wallah Habibi, let's get it on. I was like, that is just the sort of attention to detail that I appreciate from Jordindian, because he takes a well-known song and then just gives it a little Arab spin, and that really tickled me.
What was interesting though is like during the music video section, in Bollywood films, it's like everyone is sort of participating in this thing that is, for all intents and purposes, kind of insane. The first thing that always pops into my head for some reason is Sultan, which you didn't get to watch. There's this music video section where you see some stuff happening and it's almost like Yellow Submarine just showed up. Like, it's just sort of insane what happens during some of the music video breaks, right? It's not actually as much in Bollywood as it is in other Indian film industries, where you see this other thing happen, it's like, well, that's not even connected to that's just this music break, right?
Yeah.
It's sort of insane, but everyone sort of takes it for granted in the film. Like, they just go into it and then they come back to the film. And here, he's not participating.
Yeah.
He sees that it's insane and he is not complying at all. It's just an interesting take, like someone who's like freaked out by being in the music video experience. Kind of like, what's his name in, Adam Sandler made a version of this movie as well. I think the movie's called Stay Tuned. John Ritter gets pulled into a television and the channels keep changing and he's like just reacting to the insanity of being in these different shows.
Okay.
You know, and then Adam Sandler did a similar thing, I think it was called Click. I can't remember. I don't think Adam Sandler's experience was anywhere near John Ritter's insane experience in this movie. But the point is that when you watch these things on television, you sort of, as an audience, just take it for granted because it's fiction. But when you're involved in it, it's like, whoa, this is not right. It seemed to be Nasser's reaction to being in the Bollywood music video.
Yeah, because it really does play up the absurdity of it. Like, when he had her sari drape over his face and his response was just like, and you think, yeah, probably that is the appropriate response in real life. You're not gonna be overly happy that this person just put some cloth on your face for no apparent reason. You're just like, get it off me, you know what I mean?
You could almost take that a step further and do a side-by-side comparison of like the actual Bollywood music video that comes from, where the guy's like enamored now that the cloth has been washed over his face, or you know, dragged over his face rather. There's a show called Mad About You that first illustrated that to me, where Helen Hunt, she's in bed with her her boyfriend, and he's holding her from behind, and her hair's right there. And generally speaking, in movies, like they make it look romantic, the hair being there, and he's like, he's like trying to get it off of his face, and he can't like sleep comfortably. There's a lot of things they show you in films where it's like, that doesn't look at all like that in real life, and it doesn't feel that way in real life.
Or like how people wake up and they look fantastic, and then they talk to each other, and there's no morning breath or anything like that. No one's like,
They just kiss.
yeah, like, no, go brush your teeth, do something.
Yeah.
I don't know, or at least have a response. Just kiss them and then be like,
Yeah.
darling, you have to go brush your teeth now.
Even in the happiest of relationships, either I was pushing the girl away in the morning or she was getting away before I could kiss her. She's like, I need to brush my teeth first. I'm like, why? But I love you.
That's being considerate.
Yeah. You know what was cool about this is their location for the music video. I mean, I don't know how long they looked for that or if that's something you can easily find where if this was, I assume this was shot in India. I guess it's easier to find locations like that. Like it's so hard to find locations like that in Los Angeles. There's one spot I know, that's where we shot Dragon Ball J, and even in that, you can see city. It's so hard to find spots that look period. Going up to a mountain and you look out and it's just like, even the city that you see back there, is that a city? I can't even tell.
It could be a town. It could be like a little
but
neighborhood.
it still looks throwback. It still looks period comparatively. It's cool that they were able to find this spot because it really does fit the music video or the Bollywood vibe. I mean, the lighting, obviously, they had no control over that. They're shooting at 12 noon with the sun directly over them. It wasn't the most ideal situation for that. They managed to find a location that suits the theme really, really well. During this whole thing, you didn't talk about Beep at all. Neither of us did.
Oh yeah.
Beep was in this.
Beep was in this.
He was supporting.
Beep was a great supporting character.
Yeah.
He was awesome.
It was one of those things where, you know, he's not there the whole time and then he shows up, it's like, oh my God, it's Beep.
Yeah.
Anyways, you guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Thank you, Jordindian, again for allowing us to react to this. Y'all, please check out ACHARA, KIRK, and myself on the social media if you'd be so kind. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the bell icon. All notifications, please. And thanks so much for hanging out. Love y'all. I'm Jaby KOAY. This is
ACHARA KIRK.
Peace out.